3 strikes and you're dead, Kano.
I only need 2 strikes to gut you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Mortal Kombat Mobile video. First off, I want to talk about how one YouTube video can change somebody's life. In the case of Yo Mac, I saved him 50 euros by suggesting not to buy the Nintendo Switch version of Mortal Kombat 11, and also Alexation mentioning that game is worth 20 bucks. Well, if you feel the game's worth 20 bucks, wait about 8 months, and maybe for Black Friday it'll come out at that price. Now then, the reason I'm making this video is because of a thread from Game Time Gaming, and I wanted to promote his video on the awesome Klassic Reptile teams. I just want to let you guys know that my team was actually picked by Game Time Gaming. Much respect to you, by the way. And you can also watch in that video that my team was actually used for it. Now, the reason I'm making a follow-up video, number one, is to thank Game Time Gaming. The video is right here, or it'll be in the description. His channel will also be in the outro. So, for Mortal Kombat Mobile, I'm going to be using this poison team that I always use, and I'm going to show you guys specifically on how to build it. Because while he did show the team off, he did not show the gear off that I use. So I want to take this into a little bit more of a detailed look on how the character performs. And I'd also like to suggest placing the layout kind of like this. That way you have room for your camera and also you have room for the gameplay. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S4 is a 16:10 resolution. The iPad, which you do use an iPad as well, is a 4:3 resolution. This way you can fit yourself in the corner without obstructing the game. And you can also put other things in there like social media and whatnot. Just a little suggestion. But we're going to go into Faction Wars with the Poison team. So we're going to edit it out, and then I'm going to talk about the gear on each character. Alright, so now that I have everyone geared out and equipped, let's go into each character specifically and explain why. Now, your gear might obviously change if, for example, your Devastator is maxed out or your Bloody Tomahawk is maxed out. So the reason I put it like this is because Dramin's mask is most important on a character that needs it the least, and I feel that Ravenous Mileena needs it the least. Her Razor Sight is pretty important for Ravenous Mileena because it's an instant heal, whereas her Special 2 is a regen, the Teledrop. So you can actually get a little bit of extra healing. Let's actually max out the Special, by the way. It's only 1,900 coins. That way we get a little bit more regen. And I've actually seen Ravenous Mileena decimate higher powered characters because of her passive, and also her Teledrop does a lot of damage. Cartwheel Stomp is okay too. It's nothing ridiculous, but it's not that bad either. Let's also get the Flesh Pits creation maxed out as well for an additional 3% health. Very irrelevant, but we do have to upgrade something in order to get the daily objective done. So that is the gear that I'm using on Ravenous Mileena. Next up, we have Wretch Devourer. Now, this is the one where you need to do as much damage as possible. Now, a maxed out Dragon Essence is actually a pretty viable choice to use in Faction Wars if you don't have the Bloody gear maxed out. If you have the Bloody Voodoo Doll maxed out, don't bother touching the Dragon Essence unless you use it in the 4th slot. Damage boost is always better than basic damage because it works on special moves, whereas basic moves do not. Power generation is also very powerful with Wretch Devourer. And also, I use the Killer Wasp just to guarantee an unblockable chance on Special 1 and 2 if we don't have enough time to get off a combo and we need to rally an attack. Shao Kahn's helmet is obvious, gives crit chance. The Wrath Hammer also gives a bar of power. You want Devourer to start off with more power. And for Klassic Reptile, I decided to throw on basic damage with him and also Shang Tsung's Stone, because the Swamp Grab is actually really good. It's unblockable, does poison damage, and really powerful. Obviously, if you upgrade the specials, especially the Extinction event, you can get some really good effects from it. But let's take this team into a 5-battle matchup so you can see specifically how the team performs. So in the first matchup, we have a Nightmare Freddy Krueger with 67,000 health, Assassin Kitana, and Sonya Blade. So with some teams seeing 67,000 health is like, oh, why do they match us up with that? It's horrible. This team can actually handle it pretty well. Now, because of the ridiculous amount of health that Freddy Krueger has. We're actually going to tag in the Reptile and take the Nightmare. Now, the reason for the tag in here is we want to get the bleed off with Ravenous Mileena. So we can get some big chip damage on Freddy Krueger. So we're going to work up to 2 bars. It should happen in the next combo. Freddy Krueger is pretty slow, so we do have that to our advantage. So let's get off the teledrop. This should do a lot of damage and prompt Assassin Kitana to come in, if we don't just kill him outright. No, not quite. So now we're going to get Devore in. So there's Assassin Kitana. Misses the stab. Bring off the Bug Bomb. And that's not blocked, so that will kill her. And there's the poison damage. So Devore is gone, but the permanent poison sticks in. So now we have bleed and poison, and there's no way Freddy Krueger can survive. Teledrop will decimate Sonya Blade for the victory in the first fight. And this was a great example of showing off the poison team to their full potential, because you need that damage to wipe them out quickly. Having Ravenous Mileena in the first slot can be bad, but you want to try to get that Blaze's Life Force trigger, and if you have it maxed out, it's guaranteed. 36,540 XP, 2,760 battle points. So in the second battle, we have an Ermac, Kenshi, and Scorpion. Ermac has 15,000 health. Now this is a scenario where getting Devore in first up to a special 2 is really good, because we can trigger the dots for Kenshi and Scorpion. Fight. Hopefully we get a Blaze's Life Force. We get a Power Drain. Really good if you're dealing with opponents that do start with bars of power. So let's work our way up to 2 bars and try to eradicate Ermac and get that poison to stick. That's the important thing. You almost always want your first kill to be Devore. And if you own Shang Tsung Stone, it works great with Devore. So if you have that gear item maxed out, put it on Devore. You're not going to be disappointed by it. We're going to get off the Extreme Might. We're able to get off another one. Look at that poison damage just tick away Kenshi. No chance of surviving that. Actually, it barely does. So Scorpion's going to come in. We're going to block the spear. Takes a bunch of damage from Reflect, and this fight is over. He's going to get poisoned again. He has no chance of surviving for the victory in the second fight. So yeah, even if Wretch Devore goes down, you still get that permanent poison, which if it applies, will never ever go away. The only hard counter to that is obviously your own Classic Reptile, because you're immune to poison. 36,540 XP, 2,760 battle points, 1,489 coins. And we're going to get 15 blood rubies for hitting the 5,000 milestone, I believe it is. So now in the third matchup, we have Tagar Fury, Goro, Hanzo Hazashi, Scorpion, and a Sonya Blade. Again, same tactic, try to knock the first person out with Devore being Goro, and then just deal with Scorpion and Sonya as they just burn and bleed away. Fight. Now, is it optimal to start with Ravenous Mileena? No, but why not? Does it really matter? And look at the damage Blaze's Life Force is doing. So that's going to get blocked. We're going to go off the Bug Bomb. We do get a block breaker. Will that be enough? It does disable the tag. So we're not going to get the permanent poison because we don't have it upgraded. But we're still going to kill Goro right here. So there is Sonya. Another weak opponent. She gets pushed to 2 bars. Let's get off the teledrop. And that's probably going to wipe her out. So let's try not. Nope, it still does. Alright, so let's block. So you can see the tag-in effect from Reptile also triggers that poison. But yes, the big strength in this is Ravenous Mileena. Just coming in, doing that, and just assaulting you, and no chance in hell of surviving. Hanzo Hazashi Scorpion also eliminated for the victory in the third fight. So yeah, Ravenous Mileena does more damage, I think, than Reptile does. But having the additional effect on dots, even if you don't use her, is really good. She's going to give you the thumbs down, tell you to subscribe to HollywoodShono and Game Time Gaming. 36,540 XP, 2,760 battle points. So now in the fourth battle, we have Cassie Cage, Ravenous Mileena, and a Cold War Sub-Zero. So now we're going up against an opponent's Ravenous Mileena. So we need to have Devore cash in and get the knockout. Fight. We also get a Devastator proc, so we power drain if Cassie had a bar, which I don't think she did. But But the tag disable with Wretch Devourer is really good because it will pretty much guarantee a save right there. There is some damage from the Ravenous Mileena, but there's poison damage ticking in. So let's get off the Extreme Might. Get some more poison damage in. That's going to double stack, I believe. There you can see the Cartwheel Stomp. Ravenous Mileena should go down. We're pretty close to it. She is at 2 bars. So she's going to go off the Teledrop. That's really bad. Right, so there's the Frostbolt from Sub-Zero. So now we're in a little bit of dire straits. Ravenous Mileena is healing up. We can still come back, though. We just need to block. Actually, I think he's low enough we can just kill him. If we can get this to stick, we should be back in the game. There's Cassie Cage. There's the double poison. So I want to try to save my poison for Mileena. Doesn't heal up that much. So this shouldn't kill her. But look at the double poison just ticking away. Let's get a third poison in there. And this should kill Mileena for the victory in the 4th fight. Yep, no problem at all. So yeah, even if you lose Ravenous Mileena like I did there, you can still come back and win the fight. And there's Wretch Devourer also giving you the thumbs down. 36,540 XP, 2,760 battle points. And now in the 5th matchup, we have Farmer Jax Briggs Kenshi and Shaolin Master Kung Lao, 53,000 health. Let's see if we can knock out Farmer Jax Briggs early and play around with Kenshi so you can see how ridiculous this poison can get at 2% health a second. Treat it like dark magic on opponent. Now, a hard counter is Jade, because the poison will actually work against you. Dark Raiden is also a hard counter. Let's go off a special too. Get rid of Jax Briggs and watch this poison tick away on Shaolin Master Kung Lao. There he is. So there you see 1221. Let's get the bleed. Now there's 2 dots. And look at the dots just ticking away on Shaolin Master Kung Lao. He's got 3 dots. That's where the poison team just really decimates somebody. Still has 3 poison. Shaolin Master Kung Lao eliminated. Look at the poison damage from Wretch Devourer right there. You basically just get a permanent poison, and that's how you want to play Wretch Devourer. If you can get that poison to stick, high health targets are not that big of a deal. We're going to go off another Chameleon Charge, and that should put away GRZES for the victory in the 5th battle. And that is how you properly use the poison team. So while Game Time Gaming did show off the fight, I wanted to show you guys how to gear up a person and how to actually use said poison team. But I would like to take the time out to thank Game Time Gaming. Go check out his full video on his 5 user-requested teams. And if you came to my channel from his video, hashtag Game Time Gaming in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!